day, everyone. I am Elaine Guiuan, a second-year Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English of Leyte Normal University. This is my teaching demo in partial fulfillment of the course EL 105, Teaching and Assessment of Grammar. Here is my lesson plan, and I will now proceed to my demonstration. Good afternoon, class. So, how was your day? How is everyone today? Okay, that's good to know. Okay, then let's now be ready for another learning for today, shall we? But let us first have our afternoon prayer. Who wants to lead the prayer? Anyone? Yes, Amber, please do lead the prayer. Thank you so much, Amber. Now, class, I would also like to request everyone to arrange their things within their area and make sure that there are no distractions around you. And our class rules must be observed in 5 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, thank you so much, class. Now let me first check the attendance. Say present as I call your names. Great! Your attendance is perfect today. So before starting our new discussion, let's have first a short recap of our topic last meeting. So who wants to have a recap? Yes, Ms. Zaldua? Would you like to give me what was our topic last meeting? Okay, excellent. Yes, we talked about the present tense of verbs. So what is it all about? Anyone? Yes, Mr. Mercadejas. Amazing, class. It is good to know that you did not forget our past lesson. So are you ready for our lesson? Great. So class, at this point, I will be showing you a picture shown on our screen here. And I will first start by giving you a sample sentence, and you shall follow by constructing more sentences in line with the first sentence. So kindly pay attention and observe carefully. Are you ready, class? Okay. Now this is our picture. Oh, now what sentence can I make? Okay. Zamiel broke up with Ace last Saturday. Now, with this given scenario, what sentences will you be able to produce? Yes, Andra. Great! He went home and cried a river of tears that his eyes swelled like a red tomato? Interesting interpretation. So, can we have another volunteer? Okay, Kajik, go ahead. Zamiel felt miserable and longed for comfort and company from his friends. Okay, excellent. Thank you so much, class, for your participation. Now, the words felt, went, and broke are what kind of words? Yes, verbs. Now, what kind of verbs? Very well said, irregular verbs. And that would be our topic for today's session. So, this afternoon, we will be dealing with the past tense of irregular verbs. And our goal for today are to do the following with 85 accuracy when introduced to various rich and real-life samples. So, one is to identify day-to-day activities or actions of people. 2, write the simple past tense form of irregular verbs. 3, complete sentences with the simple past tense form of irregular verbs. And 4, answer questions and construct sentences with the simple past tense form of irregular verbs. So are you ready and excited? Okay, great. Let's have the verbs that you had earlier. read the words seen on the PowerPoint? Thank you, class. So the word felt is the past simple of the verb feel, as in I felt really sad that they had lost all their money. They felt his forehead and it was very, very hot. So how about the word went? Correct. It is the past simple of the verb go. So how about the word broke? Yes, very well said. It is the past simple of the verb break. So what can you observe, or what happens when we form the simple past form of these words? Yes, the spelling changes. Okay, good observation. What else can you observe with the formation of the past tense of the aforementioned verbs? Yes, correct. Their past tense is way different from their present tense. So when we talk about actions done or acted out in the past, we use verbs in the past tense form. So now, how do we turn a verb into its past tense form? For regular verbs, it becomes past tense by adding a suffix D or an ED to the end of them. So take for instance, I bake a birthday cake. What do you think is the past tense of the verb in the sentence? Bake. Very good, Andrew. So can somebody in the class give me regular verbs and their simple past form? Okay, looked, died, typed. Excellent, class. But not all past tense forms of the verb is formed by adding ed or d. So there are also what we call irregular verbs. So irregular verbs do not follow the normal patterns for the tense and past participle. While most English regular verbs use the ending ed for the past tense and participle forms, irregular verbs each have their own unique tense forms and past participles. So how do we form the past simple form of irregular verbs? So first is that some irregular verbs change tense by changing vowels in the middle. Just like the word come, when you turn it into its past tense, it becomes came, like Amber came home late. Another example is write, which turns into wrote, like Snow wrote a letter. Another is the word give. When you turn it into its past tense, it becomes gave. He gave me flowers. So the next rule is that some irregular verbs change or eliminate a letter or letters at the end of the word, as in the verbs sleep. Yes, when you turn it into its past tense form, it becomes slept, like in a sentence, I slept on the sofa. Another is the word send, which when you turn it into its past tense, it becomes sent, like in a sentence, I sent him a letter. Another example is the word feel. When you turn it into its past tense form, it becomes felt, like in the sentence, she felt feverish. So next is that some irregular verbs, the whole word changes, as in the words eat, when you turn it into its past tense, it becomes ate, like in the sentence, I ate a lot of bread this morning. Another is the word go from the example earlier, which when you turn it into its past tense, it becomes went, like I went to school after. Another is the word buy. When you turn it to its past tense, it becomes bought, like in the sentence. Yes. Then I bought another bread. Very good. Another example, another rule is that some irregular verbs apply no change at all. For example, the verb cut. In its past tense form, it's still cut, like Solana cut her hair. Another is the verb hit. When you turn it to its past tense form, it's still the word hit, like Archer hit his brother. Another is the word put. Put in its past tense is still put, like Amber put sunscreen. Okay, now can anyone give me a sentence that contains irregular verbs in its past tense form and also tell us the base form of the irregular verb? Anyone? Okay, Rilani. Very good. Ali drank a glass of water. Correct. So the irregular verb is drank, and then the base form is drink. Very well said. So another. Okay, yes, Anton, go ahead. The hammer fell on my foot. Yes, and the irregular verb is fell, and the base form is fall. Very good. So, okay, last one. Go ahead, Percival. Brother drove a small car. Very good. So the irregular verb is drove, and the base form is drive. Yes, very good, class. Seems like you did listen quite attentively. Now, I will be flashing some pictures on the screen, and you try to construct a statement using the past tense form of the irregular verb. So, here is the first picture. Can anyone tell me what can you say? What can you interpret in the picture shown? The boy ran to his mother. Okay, and the regular verb is ran, and the base form is run. Very good. The next picture. Okay, can anyone tell me? Yes? Okay. The boy blew the candles of his cake. Very good, very good. Okay, okay. And the past tense and the regular verb is blew, and the base form is blow. Very good. Next picture. Okay. The next picture, what can you say about the next picture? Okay, his new neighbor brought him some food. Very, very good. What is the regular verb in his sentence? Brought. Okay. What is the base form? Bring. Okay, next picture, please. Oh, what can you say about the picture? Yes, Anne. The girl rode her bicycle to school. Okay, so what is the irregular verb? Rode. Yes, correct. And what's the base form? Right. Very good, very good. The next picture. Okay, what can you say about the picture? Yes. The boy cut paper hearts. Yes, and what is the irregular verb? Cut, and then the base form still cut. Okay, very good. Next picture, please. Okay. What can you tell me about this? The girl read books in the library. So what is the irregular verb? Read, and then the base form? Read. Still the same spelling, but different in the way you articulate. Okay? So great. Seems like you learned a lot today, class. So can I have a volunteer to share with us their takeaways? Okay, Asteriel. Great, you learned a lot about irregular verbs. So can you give me an example? Sing, swam. Great, very good. So what else have you learned? Another volunteer? Okay, Andragon. Can you please please share with the class what are the basic rules of the formation of irregular verbs? Very well said. So, seems like you really did understand our discussion. Now, to test if you really did understand our discussion, we are going to have a group activity. So, please count off from 1 to 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. Okay, for those who belong in group number 1, please stay at the right side of the board. Facing me. So, the right side of the board. And then group 2 on the left, group 3 on the left side, group 4 at the right side at the back. Okay, go to your groups now, class. Okay, so are you now in your groups? Great. So now what you're gonna do is you're going to make a short skit or role play focusing on the use of irregular verbs. So each group will be given 3 minutes to present. Now, what to present, you may ask. Group 1 will act as a family during dinner, talking about how their days went. Group 2, on the other hand, will act as a group of friends talking about the vacation they had last summer. Sounds interesting. Group 3 will act as patients talking to their doctors and nurses about the diet, medications, and experiences that they had. So group 4, the last group, will act as applicants in an interview applying for a new job. Okay, so the grading is that here's the criteria. So your presentation will be graded according to this criteria. So first is the incorporation of irregular verbs. 30%, of course, you need to focus to the irregular verbs. Should showcase the irregular verbs. Next is the use of language and grammar. Of course, that is also important. That's 30%. Delivery, the acting, and how you deliver your lines, 20%. And creativity is 20%, a total of 100%. So you can improvise with your props. Be creative, everyone. So we will start after 15 minutes. Wow, well done, class. Seems like everyone did learn from our discussion. So your acting skills deserve an Oscar Awards. However, I have noticed one group. I would like to correct also this group. I believe it's Miss Hidalgo's group 3. Am I right? I think I heard one of your group mates said teach, and I think it should be taught. Yes, correct answer. Very good, very good. So regardless, you are now well acquainted with irregular verbs. So give yourself a round of applause, everyone. So now, before we say goodbye, I am giving you an assignment. So the instruction reads, complete the statements by supplying the correct form of the verb in the simple past tense. So here are the items to answer. Here are the first 5 items. You can either copy or take a picture of the assignment. Okay. Has everyone took a picture already? Took, another irregular verb. Okay, next. Here is the other half of your assignment. You can now take a picture or copy. Okay, I think everyone already had took a picture of our assignment. So great. Are there any questions so far? Okay, okay. There being none, I hope that you have really understood and learned from our discussion today. This was a very active, very fun, and fruitful discussion. So, see you guys tomorrow. See you guys on our next meeting. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye, everyone.